I live in a small fishing village in Portugal. Life is simpler here, and that's one of the biggest reasons why we chose this place to be our new home. I wanted to disconnect from the hectic and complicated modern world and find my way back to what's truly important to me. To me, this means enjoying fresh quality ingredients, spending time with my husband, being close to the natural beauty, and having sufficient time in my day for myself to do whatever I want. These are the factors that affect the quality of my life, and there's not much else. I found that when I started to cut back the noise and the excess in all areas of my life, it was easy to focus on building a life with those priorities in mind. I am truly grateful to be here, to observe and take in what it really means to live a simple life. But I also think that these lifestyle values and habits can be applied to all of our lives, no matter where we are in the world. So if you're also looking to simplify your life, here are some tiny habits and tips to get you started. Our bedroom has enough space to fit a bed, a nightstand, and that's about it. It felt a little bit empty at first, but now I really appreciate having a simple, clutter-free bedroom. Every morning when I wake up, I pull back the curtains and I open the windows to let the light shine through. The room looks into a little courtyard with all of my beautiful adopted plants. And I love that this is the first thing I see in the morning. If you are trying to simplify your life, I highly encourage you to re-examine your physical space first, starting with your bedroom. Look around and see if there are unnecessary decor on your nightstand, big clunky furniture that's just not being used, or tangled electric cords and tech stuff everywhere. These things might be getting in the way of achieving a peaceful and calming atmosphere. I am proud to say that I no longer have clothes in my wardrobe that I do not wear, which might sound a little bit ridiculous because that should be the norm, but unfortunately, it wasn't for me. When I decluttered my entire closet before the big move, I only chose to keep the items that I knew that I would wear over and over again in Portugal. Thankfully, the climate and lifestyle here is quite similar to Maui, so I was able to keep most of my clothes and feel that I don't need to add any more pieces for the foreseeable future. Having a smart capsule wardrobe really eliminates the question of, what should I wear today? Because every piece should be interchangeable to complement each other and work with your specific lifestyle. It eliminates the need to impulse buy random pieces of clothing because you already have a wardrobe of carefully selected pieces that you love. It makes getting ready in the morning so easy, and it saves us a lot of money too. So, look in your closet, in your makeup drawer, your jewelry box, and ask yourself if all the pieces are a good reflection of you and your style. My job requires me to be on a computer all throughout the day, so whenever I can, I try to steer away from technology in other areas of my life. Instead of depending on my phone for entertainment, I go for walks or work on my creative hobbies. Instead of always consuming content, I try to enjoy the quiet house or tune into whatever is happening around me. Instead of depending on my GPS, I try to look for landmarks to navigate. It's not to make my life more difficult on purpose, but it's because I don't want to be so dependent on technology that I eventually forget how to socialize, memorize, have fun, or just know what life is like without these devices. Technology can actually simplify our lives in many aspects, but it can also completely take over if we depend on it for every little thing. So to find that balance, maybe try eliminating some apps on your phone. Complete your chores the old-fashioned way, or simply leave your phone at home when you're going out for dinner. The more we steer away from technology, the more that we're left with just the raw ingredients of life. Instead of getting a gym membership, joining classes, or yoga meetups, I find that the most sustainable way of being active and exercising is to make it a part of my lifestyle. It costs nothing and barely takes any effort. Lately, we have been walking a lot. We walk 40 minutes round trip to the supermarket, another hour to walk with our dogs. Almost every day, we climb up the steep hills to go film and take photos and explore. Maybe this is not enough if you're trying to sculpt your body a certain way or if you're trying to get ready for a marathon, but it's enough for me and my body. I realized a long time ago that I won't be consistent if physical activity feels like a chore. So I always try to make it fun, adventurous, and purposeful. One of the biggest habits I left behind was the habit of online shopping. I truly think that the convenience of online shopping is both a blessing and a curse on our society. Of course, I can see why this is useful for people who don't have quick access to things they need, or anyone who's not able to easily go to the stores. But this wasn't my case. I used it as a way to get that instant gratification. Whenever I felt like I needed something, I would put it in my cart, and it was just one click away from appearing at my doorsteps. Now, if I need something, I walk to the store. When I'm checking out, I can look at my cart and take another second to think if I really need the item. And sometimes I change my mind on the way to the store. Besides, it stops me from just browsing at other items or getting bombarded with ads online. My husband and I love to eat out at least once a week. Especially since moving to Portugal, we've been loving trying all the different food, flavors, and love getting to know our local restaurants too. But for the other 99% of the time, I cook at home, and I try to rely on these easy go-to meals that I can prepare in less than 20 minutes. In the past, we would always contemplate on what to eat, and when we couldn't make a decision, we would always default to getting takeout or snack on whatever was laying around the house, which wasn't a good habit, and I feel like it could have been easily avoided if we had this library of simple meals that we both love. So whenever I come across a recipe that I want to try, I save it in a folder on my Instagram or on my email, and I'll look through it when I'm looking for ideas or when I'm planning out my meals to go grocery shopping. I always mention how much I love meal prepping, but I know that not everyone is a fan of eating the same thing every day. So if you fall into that category, try ingredients prepping instead, where you chop, prep, and store your ingredients for the week right after you come back from the market. Then you have everything ready and available to you whenever you're ready to cook. I'm always thinking of ways to simplify my admin life, my responsibilities, bills, and tasks. I've tried using so many different apps and methods, but for me, nothing has been as effective as my Google Calendar, my little black notebook, and my Notes app for my phone. On my calendar, I block off special dates, set reminders for bills and appointments, mark special dates or dates I need to keep track of. In my notebook, I write down my passwords, my to-do list, my shopping list, and in my Notes app, I jot down video ideas, movies, and books I want to read, and just good quotes that I come across. Call me old school, but this method just works for me. If you feel like your life is disorganized and hectic, simplify your system to one that works for you. It doesn't have to be a fancy, expensive app, but just a method you know that you'll be consistent with. A simple life is a beautiful life, one that's been intentionally crafted to have so much meaning, depth, and joy. I hope that you're able to apply some of these tiny habits to your life as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.